Classic Rock 103.5 The Fox, welcoming the only guy that I've ever met who has taken a staple gun and stapled his scrotum to his leg.
You can say that on the radio?
Stevo.
How's it going, man? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in. You're at the Improv tonight, Friday night, and Saturday night. 2 shows Friday night, 2 shows Saturday night. 303, 307, 1777. I have a bunch of questions from listeners. Welcome to Denver first.
Well, thank you, man. You know, I was here many years ago, and I auditioned for Ringling Brothers Barn and Belly Clown College at the Denver Center for the Performing Arts.
You did?
Yeah, and it was statistically harder to get into clown college than it would have been for me to get into Harvard.
It is hard.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
But didn't you go to that clown college?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. And as I was getting ready to go to clown college, my cousin was off to mortician school, and to learn how to embalm dead bodies.
Sure.
And at this time, our mothers were sitting at the kitchen table together, getting hammered and howling their asses off, laughing, while having this argument, trying to prove whose son was a bigger loser.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, my son's a doctor. My son's a lawyer.
Yeah.
What do you think? My son's going to be clown college.
Yeah.
And my son's going to be a mortician.
My mom was like, my son's trying to be a clown. I totally win. And her sister said, my son wants to play with dead bodies, and I think he wants to F them too.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So, did you graduate clown college?
I did. I did, which makes me the only college graduate on the cast of Jackass.
What is it like at clown college?
It was like boot camp for the circus. It was intense training, 14 hours every day, from 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. We wore makeup every day. The very first day of clown college, they gave us a makeup kit, and they said, "Here you go for it." And they just told us to put it on. They never gave us any instruction or direction how to put on the makeup. And so, we all looked really funny, and they took these funny pictures of us the first day, just like, because nobody respected grease paint and how far it goes. But we just put it on every day ourselves, and by the end of it, we all had our own looks that were genuinely our own. Well, the only things we had to learn was how to walk stilts. Everything else, so we just had to give our best shot.
Juggle?
I learned I can juggle 4 balls.
Really?
Yeah. And I can make that. What's really what's really hard, the juggling 4 balls isn't that bad. It's passing clubs. People always call them pins, but they're juggling clubs. Passing those sons of bitches back and forth, that was blood, sweat, and tears to learn that.
Because they're hard. I mean, it's like throwing a bowling ball pin.
No, they're light, but it's just difficult, But I graduated from clown college, and then, if you could believe it, I didn't get hired for the Ringling Circus.
No, it's tough. It's hard to get in because there's a lot of people who want to do that.
Right.
Because you're bringing joy to the world.
Right.
Yeah.
But so I never worked on the Ringling show, but a short while after I graduated clown college, I became a performer on Royal Caribbean cruise lines. Mm-hmm. And then after my contract on the cruise ships, then I became a professional clown with the Ringling, not Ringling, the Hannaford Family Circus. And it was while I was still in that circus that the Jackass ship took sail. And there were 3 elephants in the Hannaford Family Circus, and I collected all of the elephant poo for like 1 week. And that was where that big mountain of elephant poo came from when I climbed up that ladder and did the flips off of it, God. In the early days of Jackass.
Yeah.
As soon as Jackass started up, once we were on TV, once we had some recognition, I immediately started touring, doing what I called the "Don't Try This at Home" tour.
Right.
And wound up touring I sold out venues in like 12 different countries. It was great.
When did you realize that being a jackass could be a career?
It wasn't a question of could be a career for me. It was more an issue of it had to be a career, because I really.
What was your major in college?
It was communications. My dad had won a video camera in a corporate golf tournament when I was 15 years old, and he stuffed it away in his closet. and I helped myself to it, you know, and started making videos with my friends skateboarding around London, England, where I went to college. I'm sorry, when I went to high school.
Yeah.
And we, you know, I was making videos ever since then. I loved that. When I went to college, I thought, you know, making videos is great. I'd love to be an advertising guy. I got to college and I realized I just wasn't cut out for it. I couldn't get to class. I couldn't hold a job. I couldn't go to class. I just couldn't study. I couldn't work. And I just thought, oh man, the only thing I would like to do is make videos and do crazy stuff. So
Can I get paid for it?
be crazy with a video camera was really my only plan. I dropped out of college. I was homeless for like 3 years, and I got in all kinds of trouble, and I just wasn't, I wanted to be a stuntman, but I wasn't really getting anywhere. So when I found out about Clown College, that was when it occurred to me. I thought, man, you know, if I could brag about the name Ringling Brothers, then this would bring legitimacy to all of my stunts that I've been doing with the video camera and stuff. And so when I went to Clown College, I really wasn't interested in being a clown at all. I wanted to like further my own goals of being this stunt guy and open doors like that way. And so.
And how fast did it take off with MTV?
Oh man, it took off quick. It was crazy.
Because MTV was just crazy then.
It was it was wild, man. Like literally overnight. Once that thing aired with the goldfish, then you know, overnight my life was so different. And it's crazy how like when you show up on TV on a popular show, you become more attractive. You know, your appearance changes. You wouldn't notice it, but it does. Like there's something about appearing on television that makes you much more attractive to the ladies.
To the ladies.
Yeah.
It's so you are popular with the ladies.
Because you know, it's my experience that as long as you're on TV, it doesn't matter what you do or what you look like. There's girls out there that are going to want to make love to you just because you're on TV.
Because you're on TV.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're covered from head to toe in poo. They are still going to put out for you.
How about that? That's a good story.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, here's a question from Chris in Greenwood Village. How do you feel about having to top each stunt with a bigger, more dangerous stunt?
Yeah, it's a concern. We don't really look at it that way, you know. Like the Jackass guys, we from when we first started, we all get together, we do something or other, you know. Like typically, there's one guy doing the stunt and a bunch of the rest of us watching.
Right, supporting.
And the gauge of whether the stunt or the gag or whatever it may be, the gauge of whether or not it was a success is whether all of us watching react to it. You know, if we all laugh as an ensemble, you know, if it makes us laugh, then it's working. So it's not a question as much of outdoing, or, you know, even though it takes a little more each time around, you know. Like I'll never forget the time when like the story behind the butt chug, which was when I put the beer bong in my butt.
Yeah, he put a beer bong in his butt, and they poured the beer into his butt. And
right, and
go ahead.
I'll never forget the original idea, because I used to go around doing bar tricks and stuff, and one of my bar tricks was I would hold a bottle of beer up to one of my nostrils, I'd close the other nostril, and I would like glug, 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 like chug beer through my nose.
Sure.
So I told the guys, I said what I want to do is I want a beer bong. I want a beer bong where the hose forks into two smaller hoses so that one can go in each nostril, and I'm going to beer bong an entire beer straight through my nose. And everyone thought it was the nostril beer bong sounded kind of funny, and so they made me this custom-made beer bong. We were all on the set of the first movie.
Wait, what does that feel like first, the nostril bong thing? I mean, I can't imagine pouring beer into my nostrils. Instant buzz?
I don't know about instant buzz. I had like pretty resilient at the time. But I did it with I had some practice too. So when I did it, you know, I lifted up this nostril beer bong, I pounded it, gung, 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 gung. I could not believe how fast I chugged an entire beer through my nose.